it's me, Allie. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a great start to your day. I'm here today with a video that has been so highly requested on my channel. I am going to be doing a Harry Potter DIY video. In this video, I'm going to show you a bunch of different Harry Potter crafts that you can make and a recipe to make the iconic butterbeer, and it tastes so freaking good. All these ideas were inspired by Pinterest, and I had a great time filming them. I think that they came out amazing, and I really hope that you enjoyed them as well. If you have any other questions or concerns, just ask them in the comments below, and I will try my hardest to get back to you as soon as possible. And without further ado, we're gonna get right into this video. This first DIY craft, the golden snitch, is definitely the cheapest and the easiest to make out of all the crafts that I'm going to be showing you. All you need is a small gold ornament. You can get these at Michael's, and you're also going to need some gold leaves. You can also find these at Michael's or Joann's, and all you want to do is cut the leaves down to size. Once you have the leaves down to size, you just want to hot glue the leaves onto the golden ball, and that's really all there is to it. You kind of want to make them a little symmetrical, hold them in place until they're sturdy, and there you go, you have a golden snitch. And this is what my final golden snitch looks like. I am seriously so obsessed with it. It makes an amazing addition to my Harry Potter shelves. I love the gold colors. It's so vibrant, very professional looking in my personal opinion. So easy to make and ridiculously inexpensive. I believe this entire craft cost me under $2, and I got all of my supplies again at Michael's craft store. And the best part is you can jazz up any room with this, or if you're having a Harry Potter themed party, these would make amazing favors to give at the end of the night. To make this homemade butterbeer, you're going to need some butterscotch chips. I'm just using the Nestle Toll House brand that I got at my local grocery store, and you just want to melt that on down. Then in a blender, you're going to add 1 cup of vanilla ice cream, 1 tablespoon of the melted butterscotch chips, and then 2 cups of cream soda. Once you've added all of your ingredients into the blender, just top it off and start blending it up. I blended mine for about 20 seconds and it came out really, really creamy. Pour your butterbeer into a mug, preferably a frosted mug to give it the full effect, and shout out to Wizarding World of Harry Potter and Universal Studios Orlando for this amazing butterbeer mug. Then I top mine off with some marshmallow cream. You can always use whipped cream or Cool Whip. I just like the way that the marshmallow cream tastes with the butterbeer. And the very final thing I did was drizzle some more of those melted butterscotch chips right on top. And this is what the butterbeer looks like when it is complete, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but this tastes so comparable to the frozen butterbeer that you can get at Universal Studios. It was delicious. I could not stop drinking this. Again, I think this would be amazing if you made this for any Harry Potter themed party or just any random night that you're having with your family and friends. I guarantee everybody will go crazy for this. To make this DIY wizard wand, you're just going to need a chopstick, and you're going to need some hot glue and some paint, and that's really all there is to it. You're just going to take your chopstick and take your hot glue and start just hot gluing some of that glue right on top. You want to do about 3 or 4 layers on the top to make the actual handle of your wand. Once you have that in place and you're happy with the way that your handle looks, then you just want to take your hot glue and start twisting it down the chopstick, and this is just going to add a design. I did kind of a spiral look on mine, but you can really get creative with this and make whatever kind of wand you want. You can Google Harry Potter wands and try to replicate one of those. I just did a spiral look, and I made my spirals really tight on top, and then I made them a little looser going down towards the bottom. To finish my design off, I just added one straight line of hot glue towards the bottom. Once all of your hot glue dries, and it will dry within minutes, you're just going to take some brown paint and just paint over the entire wand. Once the first coat of paint has dried, mine took about 10 minutes to dry completely. Then I took some darker brown paint and I just painted over the design that I made. Again, get very creative with these. These are extremely customizable. You can make whatever design and use whatever colors you'd like. And this is what my final wizard wand looks like. I think it came out amazing. It is so unique. There will be no wand just like this one, which is perfect because in Harry Potter, no two wands are exactly the same. I think that this would make an amazing craft to do with kids, but just make sure there's some adult supervision because that hot glue is extremely hot, and I'm not going to lie to you, I burnt myself like 2 times making this, but it was totally worth it. To make these potions, you're going to need some bottles in a bunch of different shapes and sizes. Then you want to just fill the bottles up with water and then add in some food coloring. I did about 3 drops of each color, and then I added blue and red together for the last one to make purple. Next, take a long stick. I'm just using a kebab stick and just mix all of the food coloring into the water. And close all of your bottles. I'm just using a bunch of different caps and corks, and I'm making sure to put these on really tightly so that the water will not leak out. And finally, I'm working on the labels for each of these bottles. I'm just taking some cardstock, cutting them into square pieces, and then lighting all the corners on fire. I highly suggest some adult supervision if you are a child trying out this DIY. As I light each corner on fire one at a time, I'm just using the lighter to kind of brush the debris off, and then I'm working on the last 3 corners. Once you are satisfied with the way that your labels look, you're just going to write some Harry Potter potions, and if you don't know some off of the top of your head, you can just look on Google. And the last thing you want to do is glue the labels onto your potion bottles. I am using E600 glue, but I would not recommend this. It was very messy and very hard to work with. I would suggest using Gorilla Glue or hot glue instead. And this is what the final product looks like. I am so obsessed. I know I keep saying that, but the colors just look amazing. It really took my Harry Potter shelves from like a 5 to a 10 plus. I love the way they look. It just adds a really nice something extra. It's so different. It's such a nice conversation piece for people who come into my library. One of the first things they do is come right to these potions because they're so colorful, they're so bright, and they're just so much fun. And for the final craft of this video, we are making a Harry Potter pillow pal. This is definitely my favorite of the video. I had a square gray pillow at home that was kind of boring and I wanted to repurpose. So I went to Walmart and bought a yard of white cloth fabric for $3. I cut them into square pieces, just a little bit larger than the actual square pillow that I had at home. And then I just added some fabric glue and placed them on top of each other and allowed them to dry. Once all of the fabric glue dried hard, it took about 2 hours for this to dry hard. I am just pulling the pillow inside out so that the edges are smooth. Next, you want to stuff your pillow into the pillowcase that you just made. If you don't have a pillow at home, you can always just stuff your pillowcase with some polyfill. And as you can tell, I kind of had to rip the bottom open, the seams open a little bit because my opening was not large enough. And it's completely fine because we're just going to glue it together anyways. I'm using hot glue to glue the bottom together. You can use fabric glue, whatever works best for you. And now for the fun part, decorating your pillow pal. I'm starting off with some black fabric and I'm placing it on top and I'm kind of sketching out what his hair would look like. Then I'm cutting it out and gluing it onto my pillow pal. And this is what the hair looks like. Next, I'm working on the Gryffindor scarf, and to make the Gryffindor scarf, I'm just cutting out square pieces of red and yellow fabric and then fabric gluing them onto the pillow. For the glasses, I am folding a piece of black fabric in half and then I'm drawing a circle and cutting that circle out. Once I have those two circle pieces, I'm taking each individual circle, folding it in half again and cutting out a circle in the middle, and that will make the glasses frame. Again, take your fabric glue, glue it on the back of each of the glass frames, and then just place it on top of your pillow pal. You cannot have a Harry Potter pillow pal without the iconic yellow lightning bolt, so I just took some yellow fabric, cut out a lightning bolt, and I'm gluing it to the right side of Harry Potter's face. I cut out two small circles of a blue fabric and I'm using that for the eyes, and again, gluing them in place and pressing it down. Now I cut out some rectangles, some skinny rectangle pieces out of the black fabric, and I'm just using that to finish off the glasses. Finally, I cut out a crescent moon shape out of the rest of the black fabric, and he just looks so sad right here. I put some fabric glue onto the back and I just flipped it over and I'm just pressing it down to where his mouth would be. And this is what my final Harry Potter pillow pal looks like. I think it came out amazing. It looks just like one that you could buy on Etsy, and I really made this for about $5. Everything was really cheap. I had so much fabric left over to make like 2 or 3 more of these Harry Potter pillow pals. I actually might make a Hermione one and a Ron one and make a whole collection. And I just think that these would make amazing gifts or just amazing little home decor pieces. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you recreate any of these crafts, please send me pictures on my Instagram or my Twitter. I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a magical day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys!